Hello everyone, Defcamp here, and welcome to Defcamp and Melderon's Molten Core boss guides. These will be short, informative video guides that will help you with all encounters inside Molten Core. And as with all of our guides, you will be able to find these on classicwow.live. Today we're going to be going over Lucifron, which is the first boss encounter inside Molten Core. Lucifron is a fairly simple boss with some fairly simple mechanics. However, if you want to have a clean kill, I recommend paying attention to these tips and tricks. First off, when you enter the room or corridor in which Lucifron pats down, you'll notice there are multiple groups of corehounds. I recommend clearing the first two groups of corehounds before engaging Lucifron so that you have enough room to move around and deal with the mechanics. Once those two packs are cleared, you're now good to go and ready to pull Lucifron. Once pulled, the main tank will tank Lucifron away from the raid, and the adds will be tanked by the off tanks and killed first. Now let's go over the mechanics of the fight and what each class will be doing in this encounter. First off, Lucifron's abilities. He has three abilities. Number one, Impending Doom. This is a shadow magical damage ability which can be dispelled by priests and paladins. Impending Doom inflicts 2,000 shadow damage to nearby enemies after 10 seconds. So you have 10 seconds to dispel this buff off of the raid group. It will be put on everyone in the raid group, and it is the priests and paladins' job to dispel this off of everyone in the raid. You can designate certain priests and paladins to dispel certain groups, or you can just go ahead and free for all and hope that everyone gets dispelled. I recommend having set priests and paladins to dispel set groups. Now, this is, like I said, a shadow damage ability, so I highly recommend putting shadow protection on everyone in the raid, because sometimes you don't get all of it, and having that little bit of extra shadow protection can help save someone's life. Next, we have Lucifron's Curse. This is a curse that will afflict nearby enemies, increasing the cost of their spells and abilities by 100% for 5 minutes. This cost increase applies to all spells and abilities, whether they cost mana, rage, or energy. So here, mages and druids, you will be decursing this off of pretty much everyone in the raid. Make sure that you are decursing the people that have priority first. You really want to be dispelling the tanks first, then the healers, then the rest of the raid. Next, we have a Shadow Shock ability, which is just basically an instant shadow damage attack. It inflicts a decent amount of damage. Again, though, I highly recommend having shadow protection out here to negate some of the damage done. Those are all of Lucifron's abilities. The next abilities are done by the adds, which you will be killing first. Remember, the adds will be tanked by the off tanks, and you will kill them in the order that your raid has set. The first ability is a cleave ability, which will afflict the melee, so healers, be prepared to heal your melee. Again, guys, I want to highly stress that your priest should be dispelling and nothing else. You need to save the mana for the dispels. If you're on Horde, the shamans and druids will be healing the raid. If you're on Alliance, the paladins and druids will be healing the raid. All the priests should be dispelling, and of course, if you're Alliance, you can have paladins help dispel as well. The next ability that is from the adds is Dominate Mind. This is a mind control ability that can be dispelled. Priests and paladins should be dispelling Impending Doom and also dispelling Dominate Mind. Other than that, the fight is very simple. I highly recommend having some healing assignments here. You can assign the healers to certain tanks. The priests and paladins, if you're on Alliance, should be dispelling here as much as you possibly can. Other than that, a pretty simple fight. You kill the adds, then kill Lucifron, and enjoy the loot. Alright guys, that does it for this Molten Core guide. Be sure to check out more guides on the Defcamp and Melderon channel. We will be having an extensive guide for every single boss within Molten Core and Onyxia's Lair, so be sure to check out the rest of those guides. If you enjoy this type of content, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to check out other guides, other content, please check out classicwow.live for all your Classic WoW needs. Keep on binding and grinding, and I'll see you next time. Defcamp out.